how do you come up with a correct way to price your product or service? I think that's a question that is often ignored, especially the startups and small business owners. And what they end up doing is going to different competition in their local market and seeing what somebody else is selling that product or service for. And then they try to undercut that price, let's say maybe 10%, 20% to gain the business, or try to be competitive, maybe price their product or service exactly the same way. But I think that is a very wrong way of pricing your product or service. And what you want to do is you want to take a look at your cost of goods sold. You see, your competition might have a cheaper cost of goods sold, and you might not be able to compete at that price. So it's very difficult to price your services or product based on what your competition is pricing it at. The better approach would be is to focus on your cost of goods, and if you're not able to compete with that, then you need to work on reducing your cost of goods. So what would I do? I would start out with what is my cost of delivering the product or service, and you know, and then let's say the number is $2. Then I will say, you know what, I'm going to charge my customers maybe 4x that. So maybe I'll price my services at $8 or $10. Now you might say, well, $2 to $10, you want to really make $8 profit on that product or service. Well, that is not really true. You see, as a business owners, it's not just about cost of goods sold. We also have to market that product. We have to hire employees, and we have to pay for rent. So there's a lot of operational cost. Cost of goods is simply how much did you buy that product at a wholesale price. Now, some of you guys who are in the service business, that might be the cost of your employees. So let's say maybe you have an employee that costs you, $50 an hour, and it's going to take about 2 hours to deliver the work. That means your cost of goods sold is $100, and you probably want to charge $400 to $500 to your customer. Now, once again, when you're looking at the difference between $500 and $100, the profit is not $4, because you still got to pay rent, you still got to pay for internet, you still got to pay for your AC, you still got to pay for your real estate taxes, you still have insurance to pay for, you still have to pay taxes. So there are many more expenses that you have to account for. So, that's why I say that you really need to have good margins. If your margins are below 80%, you are always going to have a hard time. So those of you guys who join my finance calls, when we take a look at the companies, one thing I always encourage people is to look at the business margins. If those margins are weak, let's say if the margin is 15-20%, that business is going to have a really tough time surviving, especially in a bad market. And you don't want to be in that spot, right? So I hope you find this tip helpful. Follow me here or reach out to me if I can help you with taxes. You want to consult about anything else that's going in your mind, you want to focus on growing your business or whatnot, reach out to me and I'll see what I can do to help. Okay, thank you.